Welcome to Conversations, where your host, Carl Kozlowski, talks with the world's most interesting people. And now, this week's Conversation. And greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to another edition of Conversations, where I bring you interviews with the world's most interesting people. And this week, I'm delighted to bring somebody that I actually know really well. I've been proud to be a friend and a fan of this guy for about nearly 20 years since we came up on the Chicago comedy scene together. And you've seen this guy in countless movies, including This Is the End. He was awesome on The Office for numerous seasons. And now he's got his own sitcom, Mr. Robinson, on NBC, and it's doing smash business. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the immortal Craig Robinson. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. Smash business.
Well,
immortal. I love it.
Yeah, see,
how you doing, man?
All right. You know, I'll admit I had a little bit of a fuck up on the interview audio, and so I restarted. Now I'm like, oh yeah, let's totally go all crazy about you. So anyway, man, congrats on the new show, and as I mentioned, it is doing amazing business. It's like NBC's biggest show in like 7 years for a sitcom debut. But you brought up that there's a few you're like kind of like amazed by the comparisons to what's out there, right?
Yeah, it was. They were like, it's the biggest opening for a show in the summer in 7 years, and then I'm looking at the show and it's like Creature Comforts. You know, it's something that's like, well, where's that show now? And what are you talking about? So it's really great that it's opening like this, and let's see if it can outlast Creature Comforts. Well, I know Creature Comforts could still be on, so I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, chances are, you got a lot of people that love you, man. So tell us about the show. You get to do a lot of, you get to mix your music in with the storyline where it's kind of based on your life, everything about it, right?
Yeah, it's loosely based on my life. You know, I was a music teacher in Chicago, and here I'm a music teacher in Chicago. Started off as a sub, and then became a legit music teacher because I subbed the music class, and they loved me with the kids. And also, the superintendent of the school is a huge fan of my band, The Nasty Delicious, which I have a band in real life named The Nasty Delicious. So, and that's my real band on the show, sans the horn players. And my brother in real life is on the show with me. He plays just a band member though. Brandon T. Jackson plays my brother. But my brother auditioned for the show as a part of my brother. He just wasn't believable.
Your own brother wasn't believable as your brother? What the hell?
No, he was great. I like saying it.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So, so it's been interesting. The response I mentioned when we were talking earlier that, I saw you back in like 2007 at we were at a Springsteen concert, and you came running up to me, and you were being chased like the Beatles by a bunch of hysterical women, and you tried to hide behind my big ass in a T-shirt line, and you were like, "Hey, man," it's like you were like, "Man, I can't believe this crowd," and I'm like, "Yeah, well, you're wearing a Scranton sweatshirt and in the middle of Office Mania. It's like you have yourself to blame, brother."
Yeah, okay, that's correct. I remember that concert. There were two black people there, me and Clarence.
Oh yeah, exactly right. So
yes.
So
people are responding nicely. A lot of people love it and they hit me up on Twitter or what have you. And some people are responding saying they hate it. They think it's a remake of Steve Harvey and all of this. And I want to just cuddle them and say, listen, you don't have to love it. I'm still your boy. You can DVR it anyway. Just give me that love. And it's not a remake. It's so different. It's like, these are some similarities. We both were music teachers in Chicago. That's where it ends. Okay, maybe the Afro thing. But that's where it ends. It's like you didn't have a live band performance. You didn't have a math teacher that was a stripper. You didn't have Making Good. It's a lot going on that's different. And, people gave it a chance. They would fall in love with these characters.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are. So I'm so happy with where the ratings landed. It's a summer show. It's impossible to launch a summer show. But NBC looked me up. They put me beyond America's Got Talent. So there you go.
Yeah, man. Well, and like there's just 6 episodes for now, but if they bring it back, would it be like in the spring? Because I mentioned they can't do it right for the fall right away, but or would it be a summer show again? Like it seems like it's following the pattern of that one with Chris D'Elia, the Undateable or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like that was bigger
that's,
than they
that's,
thought, and
that's
then
exactly
boom.
what was referenced.
Yeah.
I was just glad you didn't say creature comforts, but we are. There's no telling with the network. I don't think they would put it back in summer. I think if we did, we would go back and film, and then maybe come back in the spring.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just at this point, I'm just happy to be on the ride and be taking a ride, and I don't know what the network will have planned. But
Sure.
we should hear something fairly quick here because we got 2 weeks of ratings, and we'll see what they decide to go with.
Yeah, yeah. So, and you mentioned the ride that you're on. It's like you are like about the busiest man in show business. I was looking at your IMDb, and it's like, and I've been asking you to come on for years, but I totally understand. And it's like it just seems like every time you turn around, there's another gig for you.
It's been pretty busy, and you would always ask when I'd be filming. You like Carl, I'm filming.
No, I get you. No, I totally understand.
I'm filming.
Yeah.
I'm traveling. So
yeah.
This all kind of worked out. So yeah, thanks for your patience.
Oh no, I got it. But I'm just saying, like, what's it like? Like doing so much work. How do you keep? What's the key to like making it all work, like fitting it all in or keeping a balance?
Well, there've come some interesting things my way in terms of decisions to make. I did a movie in Germany this year, not too long ago.
Yeah, I saw that list. It sounds interesting.
It's called Morris from America. And right when that movie came along, I had a chance to do a big studio movie, make way more money, and then also even a big commercial would make way more money. But I found I'm in a position, where, okay, that's all appealing, and I look forward to those opportunities. But this, it's like, man, I'm going to Germany. I want to see Germany. I want to, it's a drama. I want to get into that.
Yeah.
The other thing was a comedy. I want to, and then I could speak some German. And it's like, I believe I can do all these things, but, it's time to show and prove just, to myself. So I think that's part of keeping that balance, like, taking on what I want to take on. And still doing, stand-up. I'm out here in Denver right now performing for the weekend at Comedy Works. And then I have a, solid team around me saying, sending stuff in and we all kind of there's a cooperation word.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of, but we all kind of, discuss stuff, and they give me the ideas and stuff, and sometimes usually I go along with them, they know what the hell they're talking about. And then, but like with the indie movie thing, it was like, you know what, I want to do this. And I'm so glad I did.
Yeah, that's great, man. Well, so I wanted to touch on, since I figure nobody else has this kind of experience with you, like knowing you back in the mid-'90s when you were just starting out doing stand-up, you always had the music going. And one thing that I got to say that I always thought was really remarkable about you is your work ethic was just fucking unbelievable. I mean, that you would go every Saturday night out to Chesterton, Indiana, about 90 minutes out of Chicago, and perform at this place called Wingfields, if you recall it, I'm sure. And it was like this totally, like kind of rednecky area, but you went out there every Saturday night and you won that crowd over with people eating dinner all around you on all sides. It was like the strangest stage setup ever, because you were kind enough to let me fill in for you a couple of times when you had other gigs. And I was just like, man, to do that week after week. But I think I'm just wondering was like what that was like for you and how you decided to really go for that. And is there a parallel to I heard like Jamie Foxx for years would perform in Iowa for 2 weeks at a club called Penguins, and because I played out there way back when, and they were touting that he was coming, and I was like, Jamie Foxx, and they're like, yeah, he comes 2 weeks every year because he looked at it as Iowa's the whitest place in the world, and that he wanted to learn how to make everybody laugh. And I'm just wondering, Could you talk about that experience going through that? And was there a similar thought in your head, like if I can make these people laugh, I can make anyone laugh? Was it like that, or, not, or just a gig?
I'm too naive to have that profound a thought.
Oh, okay.
I just was happy to get the gig. The way I got the gig, and it was a little bit short. It wasn't 90 minutes. It was an hour outside
Hour.
of Chicago.
Okay, got it. Sure.
An hour there, an hour back. And I remember driving there. I was just, I would have the 70 station on, and I remember specifically Donna Summer has the longest song, I think, in the 70s history because, someone with the cake out in the rain. I didn't think that I could make it.
Oh, yeah.
That
MacArthur
song
Park.
gave me a good 20 minutes to ride. But going back even further, I was teaching in Indiana, and there was this very the librarian was this older white dude, and he rarely spoke, and he was a little scary actually, but I would hang out with the sassy secretary of the library. And so we would be laughing and stuff, and then when he would come around, I would just kind of get quiet, like, okay, I should go now. And so one day, he overheard me saying, I'm trying out comedy. And this nice man, who I always thought was scary and mean, he said, look, my wife works over at this comedy club on Saturday nights. It's in Chesterton, Indiana. And so he gave me her number. I go out there. I end up meeting my comedy mentor, James Wesley Jackson, first of all.
Oh, yeah.
But then she gave, she was like, you have the gig. Like $45 a week. I think after a year I started making $60 a week. And I'm very, very proud of that check every week because it was like, it was an investment in what I was doing. And it was so much fun. And yeah, I relished that gig. They gave me a big, anniversary party and stuff. And that's really one of the places where I cut my teeth.
Yeah.
And, because, we would see each other just like during the week. We was every night somewhere. If it wasn't a monkey bar or, or like All Jokes or
Hitchcock's.
Or what's that out there, the suburbs? It's,
the Comedy Room. Comedy Room, right? Or All Jokes Aside, yeah. All Jokes Aside, yeah. And KJ Riddles.
Oh, KJ Riddles, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was always something, and that's what I'm telling people nowadays. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
How are you?
Oh.
Yeah, give me a sec. They're coming to restock the room.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And,
yeah. Well, we'll just be another 3 or 4 minutes.
You can come in and do it. I'm in the bedroom. Thank you. Okay.
That's cool.
Sorry about that.
No.
Okay, so coming back. Yeah, so I was just saying how, people ask me about tips on comedy or what have you, and it's like some comics out there are, trying to be comics, and they're like, yeah, I'm doing the show. I'm like, well, how much are you going up? Once a month I get up there, and it's like, bro, you got to hit it every night.
Yeah.
You want to,
yeah.
Your material reflect. If you once a month comic, or every night comic, you got to exercise that muscle.
Yeah.
And hold and develop.
Yep, definitely makes a difference. Well, what about? Let me ask you one last thing, because I got to turn it over in a minute. But The Office is my all-time favorite show, honest to God, and just wondering any special memories about that, and how did that come about? Because that was like a real legit. Not that Lucky wasn't, obviously, but I didn't see Lucky until later. Forgive me for missing it initially, but I'm just saying, like The Office. I was already watching that show, and then I'm like, "There's my buddy Craig," and to see you, like you got to do some real acting in there sometimes. And I was just wondering, it wasn't just being goofy. Daryl really, people cared about him, and so just wondering, like, what was that transition like into, or maybe you'd already made it in Lucky, but wherever it was, what was the transition into deeper acting, and was it hard for you, or did it come naturally?
Well, thank you, first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, it was always something, work for and strive for. So naturally, I think you kind of make it come